I'm so excited to do this episode. I have Rob here with me. He is the co-founder of the Beauty and Style Network that we're on. I'm super excited to talk to him, and he's also branching into like some men's fashion. You may have seen him on a Mark Nelson Denim episode we just did. But yeah, we have some fun, exciting announcements about the future of the Freedom Salon Podcast.
Yes, I'm so excited to be on this show right here. This is so cool, and I've loved to see what you've done with the show.
Yeah,
and I'm excited to see
evolved.
Yes, and I'm so excited to see like the trend that it's taking.
Yeah,
which then kind of leads into I don't want to make the announcement. I want you to make the announcement. So what are we doing? Okay,
so when we first started the show, it was me and my husband Daniel. Loved it. We were just going to talk about salon business. We had never done a podcast before, so I guess it was just like a learning experience, especially season 1. It's kind of become more my passion project than Daniel's, which he loves. He'll probably be a guest on my show, but we're going to change it to the Whitney Evans Show and kind of branch it more into like women entrepreneurs, different aspects of the beauty industry, maybe not just the hair salon. I just kind of wanted a broader feel, of content to talk about, because I have such a wide variety of people that I love to talk, different things. And all of it kind of plays back into the salon. Like I've learned from bringing different business owners on our podcast, like things we can even apply like in the salon industry that other businesses are doing. So
that I'm so excited for this announcement, because from a network standpoint and looking at different kind of reach and audience and things like that, your personality and the show seems bigger than just owning the salon, and the day-to-days and so I'm so excited, and even seeing the trends of things that we've shot so far for season 3, all through season 2, I'm excited to see some of the things to come. So I'm really excited.
It's gonna be really good. I feel like most of us in the beauty industry do have like similar interests, like in health and wellness and, fashion, some different things that all tie into what we do. Like we're multifaceted. So whatever I can do to help, I'm super excited for some guests I'm going to have on to touch on some of those topics.
It's funny that you say that, because it's interesting to see that the more I'm around like these successful, like entrepreneur type minded people, they all have the same mindset. They just happen to do different things.
It's like we're all different artists, but we have different mediums.
Yes, I feel like yes. Everybody has that, like they all have the same vibe, and it's just like, I just happen to do hair, or I just happen to do whatever.
Yeah, or I just happen to, like I have a good friend that teaches bar, or, runs a cooking like social network. It's really cool. I just wanted to have the space to help women in different, in different things, like just whatever that's lifestyle for me. I feel like I want to watch. I wanted to bring to my viewers.
Yes. Well, I'm so excited for this new journey. What is your? I want to ask you a question. I know it's your show, but I want to ask you a question. How's your journey been so far? Have you enjoyed it?
I loved it. At first, like some of the early episodes, I feel like I was a deer in headlights. I didn't know what to expect. Like I'm still new at this, and I've been very inspired. Like each episode I do, I learn something new about that person, about myself. So I love it. And the more I do it, the more I love it. So I feel like everybody should hear that. Like if you're scared to do something, just go ahead and take the leap. And the more you do it, the better it gets. So.
Well, it's funny because I don't think you ever, like, from the production team standpoint, it was never like, oh, she's a deer in headlights. So you did great.
Well, good. I felt like it on the inside.
Well, you did great to hide that and like put out a good foot. But now to see you coming out and like being your own thing, it makes me so excited to see. And like from a production standpoint, it feels like there's like this sort of momentum happening.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, now it's like we got a taste of like, oh, this is what actually this should be.
Yes.
And then so it makes me so excited, and it makes me excited to like tell people to like get on board, because we're about to go into some really cool spaces.
I know. And I think it's so cool. And thank you so much for letting me have the show. I love it. Yeah. And how has it been for you? Like how is like beauty and style, like what's like your vision for the future too?
Really, it's interesting because I had never imagined getting into this space whenever I first started. Like, this
you're like my husband. You're like,
yes,
like I'm a dude's dude, and here I am.
We have some very interesting conversations because like we come from the same, and it's like, but a lot of the same principles that go into what we had been doing just fit so perfectly into this industry. I'm excited and have loved to see this journey from the network side because I feel like we said, everybody has that same mindset. Yeah. And then having someone like you who has been so successful in this industry, it's like having an eyepiece into everyone else in this industry. And then so for you to be able to talk about what you want to talk about, I'm fully anticipating our audience to be like, she's talking about what I want to talk about, because you are that eyepiece and that, you know, that voice now. And I'm so excited for that.
And like, it was very like business in the beginning, and business has a time and place for everything. Obviously it's how we make a living. It's how we, you know, can do all these things. But at the same time, like, there's so much more that goes on behind the scenes than just numbers. And so there's different things we kind of do in our daily lives that help us be more successful salon owners, hairstylists, beauty professionals. Like, there's other aspects in our life that maybe not be just beauty, like help, you know, what we do on the daily that can really help somebody too.
Yes, I think people are genuinely just curious. Like we were talking before, and every time we get together, we always talk about, oh, this is going to be cool whenever we get this person on or whatever. Yeah. But like, genuinely, people like us, for me personally, it's hard. Like, I can't just turn off. I could find things that I enjoy, but I still have to feel like I'm learning something along the way.
Yes.
Which is cool, because now you'll be able, with this new brand, you'll be able to branch out and we'll be able to follow along with you and still have you along as our guide. Yeah. But you'll be taking us into a lot of different avenues that we're curious about. Yeah. And you know, a lot of people, if they're already working in the beauty industry, maybe they want to escape from those numbers. You know, like you said, there's always going to be like the nitty gritty of business. Yeah. But like, sometimes you just want to escape, but you don't want to escape totally to where you're still learning about things.
To where it's not like, so, I mean, I feel like we get that in our regular lives, and I just want something that's just entertaining and interesting to someone. Like that's how, especially like, say I've had a long day at the salon and I want to drive home, like, I'm going to cook dinner. Like, maybe I should listen to this podcast about, you know, this girl I know that runs some, you know, like, there's just different things that also interest us as women in this space, in beauty and style. So I'm excited to bring that forward.
Oh yeah, I am excited too, and I thank you for everything you've done for the network, and I'm so excited for the future. Yay. So
I'm happy to be here. So stay tuned for season 3 later this year. I'm so excited for the newly remodeled Whitney Evans Show.